saying? It's been about 3.5 years since I've been back in the ring. At this point now, I want the cucaracha. I want the cucaracha, man. I want Lamont Roach. At this point now, I want the cucaracha. The cucaracha, man. I want Lamont Roach. Relatively soon. If Roach want to fight me, we can make that happen real soon.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. What you heard was former WBC featherweight world champion, superstar boxer, Mr. Gary Russell Jr., who came back after a 3-year layoff and had a dominant performance. He looked like he never left the ring. Gary Russell looked like he never left the ring after suffering a severe shoulder injury, after suffering the second loss of his career to Mark Maceo in that fight where he injured his shoulder, and I thought he still won the fight. And 4 months later, losing his father, unfortunately, who passed away. He went through a lot. He stayed out the ring for 3 years. He comes back and he looks absolutely dominant in his performance, like he never left. Now, obviously, his opponent was tailor-made for him to look dominant, but everybody don't come back when they're supposed to and look as sharp as Gary Russell did. They just simply do not, right? They supposed to look sharp, but they don't look sharp. Gary Russell exceeded that expectation. He looked sharper than sharp. He looked like he'd been out the ring for 3 months. And now he's calling out WBA super featherweight world champion and lightweight now superstar title contender, Lamont Roach Jr., who apparently is not going to get the rematch after he exceeded everybody's expectations in his performance March 1st against Gervonta Tank Davis, where it ended in a controversial draw, and I thought he won the fight, and most people thought that Lamont Roach won the fight. Well, Tank Davis don't look like he won the fight. And Gary Russell is from D.C., Lamont Roach is from D.C. They both are superstars. They can do big numbers in D.C. Lamont Roach is 25 wins, 1 loss, 2 draws, 10 wins by way of knockout, and he's looking for an opponent. This is the perfect pivot opponent. If you're going to pivot from Gervonta Tank Davis, your stock is extremely high, especially on the East Coast. Why not fight Mr. Gary Russell Jr. after these comments?
I'm saying it's been about 3.5 years since I've been back in the ring. At this point now, I want the cucaracha. I want the cucaracha, man. I want Lamont Roach. At this point now, I want the cucaracha. The cucaracha, man. I want Lamont Roach. Relatively soon. If Roach want to fight me, we can make that happen real soon.
If Roach want to fight me, we can make that happen real soon. So he's putting the pressure on Lamont Roach. Now, here's the thing. Lamont Roach, we agree with you when you saying that Gervonta Tank Davis don't want to fight. He's ducking the fight. He got a lot of things going on. He got exposed. Well, now you have a guy who is 32 wins, 2 losses, no draw, 19 wins by way of knockout. A former long reigning world champion, Gary Russell Jr., who only lost a majority decision to Vasyl Lomachenko, who's a first ballot Hall of Famer. And in reality, if they count the knockdown, he don't even lose to Lomachenko. And that was back in 2014. And then he lost to Mark Maceo with a major shoulder injury where he clearly can only use one hand, and he still won the fight. And he's from the D.C. area. And he's highly respected. This is the perfect pivot for Lamont Roach. Because guess what? The people will get behind this because they understand that the 30-win, no loss, 1 draw, 28-win by way of knockout superstar, who's considered one of the cash cows and face of the sport of boxing, Gervonta Tank Davis, is just not in the space to fight Lamont Roach. So at this point in time, people will actually accept any big fight that Lamont Roach has, any name that put on the table, because we understand what's at stake. And it gives more of a storyline to Tank Davis if he does come back and wants to fight. Lamont Roach, how 50 Cent said, you got to do something, baby. You got to do something, baby. And again, like I said, I love Lamont Roach. And I think that he surprised the world. He surprised me. I don't have a problem with saying that. I stand corrected. He surprised me, no doubt. But this is the perfect pivot. You can't say there's nothing in fighting Gary Russell Jr. That's ridiculous. Unless you're going to get a Shakur Stevenson fight. I understand that. That will be huge. But if you're not getting a Shakur Stevenson fight, Keyshawn's moving up. The perfect fight right now is Gary Russell Jr. And you could do it in your hometown. You can bolster your brand and your name even more by fighting and beating Gary Russell. Y'all could do it the Capital One. In DC, I don't know if if they could fill out that arena, but I'm pretty sure they could. Right now with Lamont Roach stock and Gary Russell stock, and then you put more of the Russell brothers on there, fighters from the DC area and the Baltimore area, pretty sure they could sell out. This is the perfect pivot from Tank Davis to Gary Russell Jr., Lamont. This is the fight you got to make. And he's aggressively calling you out. You got to do something, baby. You got to do something. But what y'all think about it? Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. We can't say Tank Davis is avoiding you. Tank Davis is scared. And now you got a guy calling you out aggressively the same way you doing Tank. And Tank ain't trying to fight. And he from your area too. And you don't take the fight. Come on. And you can't say it's not worth it because Gary Russell's stock is high. Come on. But what y'all think? I'm gone. Peace.